What's going on, guys? So as you can see, there's a different car behind me. The 135 actually had to go. It was just too much body work for me to do, and I don't know really much about body work, and I had an offer come up that was really good, so I ended up selling it. But I did end up keeping the wheels, so I am going to be using the wheels on this car. And as you can see, if you can tell from behind what kind of car it is, well, that gives it away right here. It's a Z4, but it is the 35i, so it's the SDrive35i. It's got the same engine as the 135i, so the M54. I'm going to be doing the similar things that I already did to 135i, so I'm familiar with the engine at least. But I will give you guys a look around on it and yeah, talk about it some more. So here I have the wheels. So those are the wheels that I had on the 135i, the 17x8 style 42s made by BBS and BMW. So the issue that I ran into with these is that the rears did fit on this car, and that's why they're not on there right now. The rears did fit, however, there is a clearance issue on the calipers. The calipers on the Z4 aren't the Brembos like on the 135i, and they're very, very bulky. So when I tried to fit those wheels on here on the front, they were hitting the calipers, so they weren't able to go on. I'm going to see if in the meantime I can put some spacers and if that'll help. But eventually I'll be putting Brembos in the front. I'll be getting the M Performance Brembo calipers in the front, and that should give more clearance and give me back my Brembos on this car. But so yeah, if anybody has any questions, I know I was Googling that, trying to see if anybody else had put style 42s on a Z4 E89, and I wasn't able to find anything. So there's your answer for that. But yeah, let's do a walk around on the car quick. It is a little crowded in here because my nephew has his 330 Ci in here. So we have two cars fitting here, this tandem 2-car garage. But I'm gonna open up the door here to get a little more view. Alright, so here we got her. That grill has to go. It's gonna go black. I already ordered the black one. Also, the emblems are gonna go back to the original. I actually have them over there already. But other than that, it looks really good. I actually really like the blue color. That's gonna have to go black too in the meantime before I get a different front bumper. I'm gonna focus more on maintenance on this, especially because this has 132,000 miles, which is oddly enough the same amount of miles that my 135i had before it was rear-ended. So I'm gonna focus on maintenance first before I try to do anything else. But everything seems really good on this vehicle. Besides it not being manual, they do have these cars in 6-speed manual, but they're a lot more rare. I actually don't mind the DCT. I actually have grown to like it even more. So it doesn't really bother me, but I mean later on, way down the line, I could eventually manual swap it if I do, but I feel like I won't even want to because I'm really liking the DCT. I'll give a little look of the interior now too. And I really like how it's a hardtop convertible too. I did notice that both of the pillars leak a little bit of water if you take it through the car wash. But it's gonna be a summer car anyways. I got the Prius still, so this thing will be well maintained and well kept. So you can see I got my tablet in there for the MHD. I'm eventually gonna do the iDrive screen, but that's on the bottom of the list. Like I said, still got more important things to do. Another cool thing is that the MHD for the 135i, the adapter, works for this car too. I'll just have to pay again for the license for this VIN. But yeah, there's still a few little things to do on this car. I think I'm going to be doing the rod bearings, overhaul the timing chain and oil pump chain, oil pan gasket, valve cover gasket, all that stuff, charge pipe. So there's a lot coming for this car. Some of it I'm going to be doing some videos on, but yeah, it's a big difference from the 135i. I'll show under the hood. I know they have the 23i, the 30i for this car. But you're better off getting the 35i with the N54. It was pretty crazy to learn too that on these Z4s, they actually made, or they had the N54 engine in these up until 2016. And this is a 2009. But vacuum lines have been replaced. It's already had a walnut blast. It's got the cold air intake already. I'll just be replacing those filters here soon. But I also really like how this back area is opened up already, where on the 135i you have to take off a bunch of stuff, you know, to gain easier access to the rear of the engine, or the back of the engine. So that's really cool, because you don't have to do that mod that I did on my 135i. But yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update on the new project now that I'm going to be working on and doing a bunch of new upgrades, some of the same old upgrades that I already did on the 135i. Like, I believe the first thing that I'll do on this car is the oil catch can, and that'll be a little different than the other one because of the layout of the engine, but it should be the same process, so that'll be the first video that I do. And then I'll also be putting on the Style 42 BMW wheels, so I'm excited to see what they will look like on this car because I love them on the 135i. But thanks for tuning in on the new project, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.